I put up trail cameras on my property to watch the deer. I have 40 acres of woods behind the house, and every fall I set out 3 or 4 cameras along the game trails, and I check the memory cards on Sundays. It is a quiet hobby. You get pictures of deer, mostly, and raccoons, the occasional coyote, once a black bear that made my whole week. The cameras take a photo whenever something moves in front of them, day or night, with an infrared flash for the dark shots so the animals do not spook. For 11 years it was deer and raccoons. Then last October, on the camera farthest from the house, the one at the tree line where the woods meet the back field, I got a photo that was not an animal. It was taken at 3:11 in the morning. In the frame, at the very edge of the woods, mostly hidden behind a tree, there was a figure. Tall, thin, pale in the infrared. It was not looking at the camera. It was looking at the house. You could tell by the angle of it, this long pale shape leaning slightly out from behind the trunk, oriented toward the lights of my home a few hundred yards across the field. Just one photo. The next one, for minutes later, was an empty deer trail. I told myself it was a person. A hunter who had wandered onto my land. A neighbor. A trick of the flash on a broken branch. I told myself that for exactly 1 week, until I checked the card again. This time there were 9 photos of it. And here is the thing that has kept me awake since. It was closer. Not all at once. Across the week, night by night, the figure had moved from the tree line where the first camera was, to the second camera halfway across the field, to the third camera by the old fence, each one a few nights apart, each photo a little nearer to the house. It was walking in. Slowly. Over days. And it had figured out the cameras. In the early photos it was caught mid-stride, surprised, its face a smear because it had been moving when the flash fired. But in the later photos it had learned to stop. It stood perfectly still in front of each camera, just at the edge of the detection range, and it had turned its face away every time so that all I ever got was the back of a long pale head. It knew the flash would fire. It did not want me to see its face. The last photo on that card was from the third camera, the one on the fence, maybe 80 yards from my back door. 3:11 in the morning again, always 3:11. And in that one it was not hiding its face. It was looking directly into the lens, close enough now that the infrared lit up 2 flat reflective circles where eyes should be, and its mouth, if that is what it was open in a way that a mouth does not open too wide, the lower half of the face simply gone into dark. I took the cameras down the next morning. All of them. I decided I did not want to know. But you cannot uninvite something that has been walking toward your house for 3 weeks. That night, and every night since, at 11 minutes past 3, the motion light over my back door clicks on. It is triggered by movement in the yard. I lie in bed and I watch the light come through the gap under my bedroom door, that hard white glow, and I listen, and I do not hear footsteps, because whatever is out there has learned to stop moving when it knows something is watching. It stands in my yard, just outside the range of the light, and it waits the way it waited for the cameras, patient, having all the time in the world. I bought new cameras last week. I do not know why. Maybe I need to know how close it is now. I set one up facing the back door from the inside, pointed out through the glass. This morning there was one photo on the card, taken at 3:11. The figure was not in the yard anymore. It was standing on my porch, right up against the door, its ruined face filling the whole frame, pressed to the glass. And it was not looking outward the way something outside a door looks in. Its eyes were angled down and to the left, toward the door handle. It has stopped watching the house. It has started watching the lock.